Antiques on the Mountain is sponsored by Coops, the place to shop for antiques and used furniture.
Elsa's. The best seat in the house is at Elsa's.
Fifth Street Marketplace provides one-of-a-kind merchandise.
I'd like to introduce you to our appraiser. It's Sarah Hollick, and she's from Cookville, and the business that you represent is
Legacy Appraisal Services.
Great. It's great to have you here today, Sarah, and I hope we have a great day.
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you very much. We're going to roll with some great things going on here.
Well, this is gorgeous. Do you have a story behind it?
Well, my husband's aunt married a man who had been married before, and his wife, in other words, the man's first wife, and we're going way back, came from one of the oldest families in town, and had something to do with him being a ship's captain. You know, they went to China and all over. But I have no idea where this was ever picked up. Okay. But that's the family history.
This is an American piece.
Okay.
So it was made right here. It's called American Empire, American Classical. It's the style, and it was a dressing table actually. It had an independent mirror that would have hung above it, with just a real plain frame. This is called acanthus carving down the legs, and it's really desirable among Empire collectors. These knobs were sandwich glass knobs, which are also really desirable because they got broken a lot.
Yeah.
And it costs about $50 to replace one of those knobs if you can get them for that. If you can find one that even matches.
I've got them all. I've got them all. Yeah.
But it's just judging from the hand cut dovetails and the style of it, it's from about the 1840s. And you've got a really great piece. You're looking at about $1,800 to $2,000 on the piece.
Very good. Very good.
And thank you for bringing the drawer.
Well, that's quite all right. I wish you could have brought the whole thing.
I wish you could have too.
Thank you.
So it's good, but unfortunately, price-wise, you're probably only looking at about $200 on it.
Well, honey, that's good money to me.
All right. Years ago, you would have done much better price rise, but right now it's not so great. So
yeah. Well, there are two of them. They're just a little different.
A little different pattern.
And they've been in my attic for 30 years.
Time to get them down and sell them.
Time to do something.
For the moths,
I thought, well, if they're no good, I'll wash them and I'll use them. But since, I didn't know what.
How was your experience here at
It was wonderful, wonderful. And I was really pleased with the appraisal.
Wonderful. Is this your first time here?
Yes.
Would you come again next year?
I certainly will.
That's great. So how did you feel your appraisal was? Pretty good?
Oh, yes.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad to hear
My
that.
appraisal was good.
Good.
Would you like to know? Did you see it? It was a tea set, $1,000.
Yes. I know. That was really great. Have a great day.
Thank you.
What they're saying here, you actually missed the E on here. It's plate .925, so it's silver plated. Is what it is. It's sterling silver plated, and it appears to be Mexican silver. Is what it looks like. But this is really stylish right now. For a while, this market took a nosedive, but now this big chunky kind of Western themed things are coming back in style. So right now, the price on this is pretty far up. So you're looking at between $100 and $125.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm happy.
Well, good.
Really happy. The reason I knew this was not very good stuff, but I'm curious about the blue.
Those are glass.
Those are glass.
They're glass.
All right. It's worth $6 to know that.
Okay. Is this something you bought recently, or?
No, my mother got it. I'm thinking she probably got it at an auction or something. So,
the frame is going to be your value here, and little things like this are really common. That really doesn't hurt anything. we're used to seeing that. It's gesso over oak. This is actually oak with a mahogany glaze over it. The print has been replaced at some point in its life. The frame's about 120 years old. The print's about 60 or 70 years old. Okay. So
That's still old, isn't it?
Yeah, that's old.
it doesn't quite make it as antique yet, but the frame is really good, and you're looking at about $75 in value on the frame.
Okay.
How have you enjoyed the show?
Excellent. It's been an excellent show.
That's great. Could you explain to us where you are local here?
Yes, my wife and I own the Stonehouse Antiques. It's at exit 320 on I-40, and we're right next to the Stonehouse Winery.
Two great places to go to. Have you really enjoyed your opportunities to show your wares here today?
Yes, we've been with the show since its inception, and we've enjoyed every year.
Are you going to come back next year?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yes.
What do you like most about this show?
Well, we enjoy the people and their different views and ideas about different things and how they appreciate the history of the past.
It's great. Well, if you get a chance, go visit our friends over at Stonehouse Antiques.
This piece is made out of chalk.
It's made out of chalk, okay.
And it was really popular in the 20s and 30s to do these chalk figurines. And they went back and hand painted them, and sometimes they gave them away at carnivals. They were giveaways. But value-wise, you're looking at about $45 to $50 on this one.
Oh, $45 to $50. Wonderful. How about that? I didn't know.
This little baby's actually a little bit older. She was made in around the 1900s, this little bisque baby. But she's seen better days.
Oh, yeah.
So you're looking at about $20 in the condition it's in.
Just $20?
Yeah.
Fifth Street Marketplace carries an assortment of home decor and exclusive gifts. Fifth Street Marketplace hosts a variety of talented merchants which bring a unique shopping experience to Crossville. Visit our collection of over 50 different shops. Delicious food is prepared fresh daily in the shop's cafe. Shop, dine, and relax at the Fifth Street Marketplace.
Okay, I got this. Ooh, easy there.
All
drop
right.
it and damage it for you, and you get to look at it. Okay.
You got 5 of them?
Yeah, 5 items all told here. See, that's an old hen harp that I'm not sure exactly how old it is. It's been in the trunk for at least 30 years, wrapped in that blanket, so it's older than I am, at least. I don't think it's older than him, but I don't know. I'm not placing any bets at this point.
Well, inside it's got that paper label that says Mark Solin, and it said it originally sold for $17.50.
Oh, did it?
So that helps age it a little bit.
Okay.
It's from about the 1890s, 1900, maybe 1910 at the latest. But it's got all this original finish on it. It's got had some really good graphics on here, and it would clean up really nice.
Okay.
If you did so carefully. Value-wise, you're only looking at about $150, $175, just because it's kind of obsolete. There's not a lot of people that play on Mark Solin anymore. It's configured differently than a harp.
What'd you say it was?
It's called a Mark Solin. It was a predecessor to a hand harp.
Oh, okay.
So, but it's configured just a little bit differently.
Okay.
I can sing to hush.
So call me later.
But it's around 100 years old, so you've got a nice little piece right there.
Oh, it's over 100? Oh, damn. Okay, so cleaned up and everything, it's worth about 150 or so, you said?
Yeah, it's more of a novelty piece.
Novelty piece, okay. Where would I get something like that cleaned up or sold or anything like that? Because I mean, it's just sitting around.
I can understand that. It would be difficult to sell just because there's not a lot of people that would appreciate it. You'd have to go to a music store, I think, that specialized in old instruments for them to really enjoy it. So I'd call around the Nashville market and see.
Okay.
How are you enjoying your day here at the antique show?
I'm enjoying myself.
I noticed that you had your stuff appraised. What did you think of your appraisal?
I was actually pretty surprised. I didn't actually think that, I already forgot what she called the dang thing, was over 100 years old. And not too surprised on the silver I brought in. I was surprised on the paintings a little bit, though. So
Great. Is this your first time here?
Yes, actually.
Get it? Would you come back again next year?
Sure.
Great.
All right, Admiral Dewey.
What war was it? Civil.
No, it's 1898. This is a Spanish American, but this is a picture commemorating Admiral Dewey, and there were a couple different versions of this put out, and this is the more unusual of the versions. You're looking at about $250.
How much?
$250 because of the pattern on this. Any other of the other Admiral Deweys don't really bring that much, but this is the rarer one. Now I really like this. It's simple. It's really simple but elegant. And of course, Villery and Bach later merged with Wedgwood, and so you can see the kind of the Wedgwood style.
Wedgwood look to it. Yeah.
It does. It has a Wedgwood style to it. But all of this was hand applied. It's so nicely done with the motto on it. You're probably looking at around $1,200 on this.
Wow.
A higher end dealer would probably go nuts over it. It's wonderful.
Okay, that belonged to my grandmother, and
she didn't have any story behind it, or how she got it, or she didn't know anything about
I
it?
know that my grandfather collected things. Okay. He was from Europe, and he had a lot of...
He just picked up unique items.
And that's one thing that my mother gave me. And I have this, and this does not have a mark. Someone told me it could be Weller, but it's not marked.
There were about 3 companies in Ohio that did this style, this really dark. Roseville did it, and McCoy did it too. McCoy, the McCoy Pottery Company.
I'm not familiar with that.
It was a little bit lower end, but their early works were quality like this. So, you know, we'd really have to sit down, and the only way that we could tell is probably from the mold, from the shape on the mold on this, of the ewer. Because all their artists decorated with similar motifs, flowers, fruits, florals, all that kind of stuff. So it is kind of hard to tell, but it was made around the turn of the century, up into the teens. And it's just a good piece of American art pottery. You're looking at around $250 on this piece.
Okay.
Not quite as exciting as that. It's about 1860s.
Okay. See, I don't know if my grandfather came from Belgium in the late 1800s. I don't know if he brought anything with him or just once he was here.
That would be hard. It would be an awful high-end piece to have ended up over here at the time.
Yeah.
But you never know. You absolutely never know. With the motto on it, I would guess that he bought it in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, just because it's written in German. So
they had a lot of different styles, but most of them just said Germany.
Sure.
But this is the only one I ended up with.
That's a good point.
Well, that's a good one. That's a good one to end up with.
Yes. Okay.
Just because it's an all hand done piece, you're probably looking around $300 to $400. Of course, if it was a real whistler, you'd be looking at a lot more zeros than that.
Right.
But it's a nice hand done artist piece, and it's an earlier piece too. So it's just a good decorative piece, a good conversation piece. Anyway, that's it.
Okay.
Do we have a female counterpart to this?
No.
Okay.
No. This is a whole different
What do you know about him?
Not much. I figure it's probably late 1800s, but I don't know anything really about it.
Okay. Well, you're right, just on frame construction alone, you're right, at late 1800s. He's seen better days. It's got quite a bit of wear, and it needs to be cleaned. I almost wonder if it wasn't a military portrait, just from the cut of his jacket and the cut of his collar. If it is a military portrait, you're looking at around $400 to $500. If it's just a man sitting portrait, just a plain portrait, 100, 150 max, because of condition. So it's really, you're really almost gonna have it cleaned to tell a little bit more about it.
Is there anybody in the area that you know that does
cleans? No, you're gonna have to go to Nashville. Okay. There's several artist restorations in Nashville, but none around here, or none that I know of around here anyway.
Okay. And this is the other piece I'm just curious about.
These are really popular in the 30s and 40s with the bird feathers on them. We see these a lot. This is all hand done work though. You're looking around $65 to $75. It is. Oh well, it's a week old. There's a piece of paper.
You want to see the bottom.
Okay.
So I need to.
This is actually just a couple.
Okay. All right.
We can put in. It's got an English registry number, which is about the same as an American copyright.
Oh, okay.
You can, or a patent number. You can look it up and tell the exact year that it was made.
Right. Oh, it's a little tobacco jar.
Yeah, a little humidor.
Humidor, right.
Let's see if we can find it. Okay, I'm gonna flip this over one more time. $1892
Okay.
is when it was made.
Fairly recent, isn't it?
1892.
Oh, 18.
Yeah, not 1990. 1892.
Okay.
And it's got a neat little saying on it.
I like it, yeah.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. I was just curious of what the value was.
Because of this chip right here, that takes away a lot.
Oh, I know.
You're looking around 150 for it. If it wasn't chipped,
I know.
350. So, but it's neat. It's just a good conversation piece, isn't it?
I'll give it to one of my kids.
Well, make sure and tell them it's from 1892 since I looked it up.
Okay.
Coops is located at 356 West Avenue in Crossville. Come to Coops for used furniture and more. Coops will also deliver your priceless purchases. Coops is featuring rockers, which would be perfect for your front porch. Coops sells antiques at used furniture prices. Buy, sell, trade, and find at Coops. Visit us today. Coops.
We have with us Joan Gregory, who happens to be from College Grove, Tennessee. Are you enjoying being here?
I'm loving being here. People are great. Lots of beautiful things to see. I've actually sold a few things, so that makes me happy. So,
what do you specialize in?
Well, I specialize in American primitives. I love tool painted trays, boxes. We do a lot of tool chest and blanket chest. We do chest of drawers. We do most of our things come out of New England. A few local things, local pieces, but most of it's New England pieces. We love to travel there and have the adventure of finding it and bringing it back.
That sounds like it's a very exciting kind of business to be in.
Well, it's a good addiction to have.
It is.
We support our addictions.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
A good addiction. Well, let me ask you, is this the first time you've been here?
This is the first time.
Would you come back next year?
I probably will.
I hope we have that, and I would hope to see you again.
Okay.
Thank
If you'll
much.
buy something before I leave, I'll promise to come back.
Thank you.
Oh, that's an old doll, a 17th century doll, and that's what got me interested because I thought, gosh, that looks like my worm-eaten lady.
You're right. How did you get this?
Well, it's mysterious. An old boyfriend gave it to my mother a long time ago, and he'd never tell her where he got it.
Huh.
He was in Europe in World War II, so there was a similar doll, and this picture was actually smaller, but there was a doll in Yorktown Museum at Williamsburg that kind of reminded me of it, too. It said this was a doll, you know, a child's carved doll.
And this went on something, obviously. It mounted on something at some point.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wonder where the rest of her ended up.
It's all I ever had. That's all my mother ever had.
It's really wonderful. It's definitely one of the oldest things we've ever seen here, as far as European things. You're probably looking at early 1700s, late 1600s on this piece. Mm-hmm. But because it's a piece of a piece.
But you think it's 16 to 1700s?
Yes. Yeah, late 1600s. But because it's a piece of a piece, that kind of hurts value on it. Just estimating, you're probably looking at $600 to $700 on it. If it was a whole piece, you'd be looking at a couple more digits than that. But it is just a fraction of something.
Yeah.
It was. She obviously mounted on something, but she's wonderful.
Well, I've had her hanging on my wall.
I was gonna say, I hope you have her out to enjoy.
Long time.
Good.
Yeah, she's
Good.
kind of in a wall collage.
Good.
But, okay, well, thank you.
Thank you.
You just had your wonderful piece of wood here.
Well, I
Drawer
got pictures
appraised.
too, but you know, I couldn't bring the whole piece of furniture.
So what did you think of your appraisal today?
Well, it was fine. I'm satisfied with it. At least I have a little bit of information. I had no idea what period it was from or anything like that. So, and yeah, I'm quite happy with the appraisal.
Is this your first time here at the
Yes.
Antiques on the Mountain?
Yes.
Did you come back again?
Oh yes.
Wonderful. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Okay.
This is gorgeous. Where'd you get it?
Well,
Just something you picked up, or?
My mom, it's been in my family 70 years because I'm 69. My mom bought it for 50 cents in Birmingham, Alabama at a Salvation Army store before I was born.
Well, she did good.
Yeah, she did.
Of course, it's Oak Arts and Crafts style, and Arts and Crafts is really big right now. Everyone loves Mission and Craftsman right now, and it's even a good color slag. But she did good for 50 cents. It's from about 1910.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to know.
It's much older than you.
Yeah.
It was old when she bought it, and no one probably could appreciate it at the time. Value-wise, you're probably looking around $500 to $600 on it.
Okay, thank you.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Is this your first time at the Antique Show?
It is.
What did you think about your appraisal today?
I was happy. I was
Very
happy. My mom paid 50 cents for it, and she said it's worth 450. So
Sounds really, really great. Would you come back again next year?
Oh yeah.
That's great. Have a great day.
It's not a lot of people are using silver anymore. People just don't entertain like they used to. But a punch bowl is always going to be popular, and just the grandeur of it alone helps in its value.
How's your experience been today?
I'm just fine. I finally got a little more information on something that I inherited.
Wonderful. It sounds really good, and it sounds like you have a wonderful case right there that's worth more than you had thought it was.
I thought it was scrap wood that somebody had put together.
Is this your first time here?
Yes, it is.
Would you come back again?
Yes, I want to walk through and see what all you have here, and got interest in old things.
Good, good. Well,
Getting to be a candidate to be one.
But you have yourself a real great afternoon.
It looks to be rose gold, but you'd have to have a jeweler check that out.
That I don't think originally came with
Okay,
it.
the
I think
frame
that
didn't?
was done later. Not sure. Is that Imperial Jade?
I don't think so.
No.
But it is still a very nice piece. It's nicely carved. But jade carving is really popular, so we see a lot of these smaller pieces out there. But it's not chipped, and in all this detail, it's in really great shape. You're looking at about $125 for your pen, and it's got a great story too.
Good. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you very, very much.
This, I've tried to find the marking on that, and I don't know what it is.
I think it's Limoges. We'll see if we can find it real quick.
And would it have had a top?
I don't believe so. Okay. It kind of looks like it would have taken on the shape of a ginger jar, but I don't think it really did.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Here we go. It's Saxony. It's German.
Oh, okay.
1876 to 1888 is when it was made. This is your mark.
All right.
I normally don't get that lucky.
Great. My grandfather was born in Saxony, so that makes it special.
It's beautiful. The colors on it are gorgeous.
Is it transfer or is it?
Let's see. It is all hand painted.
Wonderful.
The only thing that is transferred on it is the gold applique on here.
Okay.
But it is all hand painted. Just because of the quality on it, you're looking around $300 to $350.
Okay. There's no mark that I can tell, and it's not very deep. I was thinking it was a vase, but I'm not sure what it's for.
I was going to say a lamp base, but the hole didn't go all the way through.
Right.
It must have been a vase.
I've tried to put flowers in, but they would have to be very, very shallow, and it's...
I take it back. It's an oil lamp. It's an oil lamp. It had a font that went on here.
Oh, okay.
And the chimney would have sat around here, and it would have went up from there. It is
Do you know about
an oil lamp.
What period?
It's probably about 1870s, 80s.
Okay.
We just normally don't see pottery oil lamps. It's just missing its collar is the only thing it's missing. The base alone, you're looking at $35, $45.
Okay, that's fine. I just was curious because it wasn't very deep. Thank you so much.
How are you enjoying today's event?
Oh, this is exciting.
Is it
very
exciting?
It
That's
seems
great.
It gets bigger and better every year.
So you've been here before?
Yes.
Have you ever brought anything here before?
No, never have.
And what was your experience?
Excellent. Excellent.
We've come every year.
Well, your experience is now you know something about block.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Yeah.
And what is exciting is I bought this for $8, and she praised it as much as $3.50. So
that's wonderful.
That's what it's.
Well, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy the rest of the show.
You.
Come on back
Appreciate
next year.
We will.
What is the story behind this?
It was my aunt's, and I got it probably 25 years ago. She probably had it for a very long time. She lived in the East, and she lived the last probably 40 years out in Wyoming.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my guess on this, and then I'm going to take a picture of it and call you back and give you the real story on it. But my guess is that it is after a wife, because it's on artist board and not on canvas or a little bit better quality material. I would think that a student has done this after a wife, like we see things that are done after Picasso and after Monet. I would. My theory is that that's what this has happened.
Like an artist rendition of it.
Exactly. It's a cover of it. I mean, it is an original, and then unfortunately the student didn't sign it and didn't say after wife, but that's my opinion, is that's what I think has happened.
Okay.
If that's what it is, you're looking at about $200, which still it's an original painting, but it is unsigned and it's an unknown artist. If it is a wife, it's looking a lot more.
Yeah, I know.
So I wouldn't even give you a figure.
You might
on
add
that.
a couple zeros to
Yeah, I'm not even going to give you a figure on that today. But I will absolutely take a picture of it and do a little description on it and call you back and give you a more definite opinion instead of a guess.
Okay.
So.
Elsa's has the best seat in the house. Elsa's offers high-style, low-cost, unique home furnishings. Elsa's is located on the corner of Webb Avenue and Highway 70 East. Elsa's will buy, sell, and consign quality used furniture, antiques, and home accessories. Elsa's is the place to shop for fun, unusual items for your home. Elsa's has the best seat in the house.
How you doing today?
Doing better than I sound.
Well, I know that's been going around. Your antique store is located right here in Crossville.
Yes, it is.
And a very nice little store there on 70.
Yes, and we specialize in furniture, of course, so antiques are the secondary item in our store.
That's really great. Have you enjoyed your time here at the antique show?
Oh, we've had so much fun.
That's great.
We loved it.
That's great.
Great.
You're going to be back next year?
I hope so, yes.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your few moments, and I hope you do very, very well this weekend.
Antiques on the Mountain is sponsored by Coops, the place to shop for antiques and used furniture.
Elsa's. The best seat in the house is at Elsa's.
Fifth Street Marketplace provides one-of-a-kind merchandise.